Most people are using ChatGPT all wrong when it comes to creating profitable ebooks. This results in AI slop that nobody wants to buy. In this video, I'm going to share with you the right way to use ChatGPT to create your own profitable ebook that sells like crazy. For me, to the tune of $7,459. I'll also share with you the same process that helped me make over $500,000 with one $59 ebook, and how you could do the same even if you're just starting out. All right, let's get right into it and talk about the biggest mistake that people are making with ChatGPT when they go to create their ebook. The biggest thing I see is that people go ahead and treat ChatGPT like a ghostwriter. They think that AI is here to replace us and do all the work for us, but actually that couldn't be further from the truth. AI is best to be used as an assistant, and ChatGPT is no different. And if you let ChatGPT write your entire ebook for you, I am here to tell you that that is the fastest way to fail and not make sales with your ebook. The truth is that ChatGPT is not really that accurate. Also, if you're just making an ebook with information inside of ChatGPT, people likely could find that information anywhere on Google, YouTube, of course, ChatGPT, right? And you want to make sure that you make something unique. It doesn't have to be a unique idea, but it has to be unique information, sharing, your story, what you've learned, how you've helped other people. You want to put your secret sauce into it because that's really one of the things that's going to actually make it sell. Now, here's what you actually want to use ChatGPT for. So what I do is I pull up a Word document, I come up with the name for the ebook, and I like to name things based on the results that they could potentially get from the digital product, or in this case, ebook. And of course, you can use ChatGPT to help you brainstorm ideas. Just tell it, what the book's about, what's the promise, the thing they're going to get, the result they're going to get, the pain they're going to overcome. Tell that all to ChatGPT and have it come up with a 2 to 3 word title for your ebook. The other things you want to use ChatGPT for are helping you brainstorm maybe some additional information that you should put in the ebook that maybe you would have forgot about, or helping you write the first draft of the book, or once you're done writing the book, going back and having it look at anything that maybe doesn't make sense, that can be clarified better, where the stories can be told better, things like that. The big thing here is that ChatGPT should be used more like an assistant for brainstorming, bouncing ideas off of, writing a first draft, things like that. And in just a second here, I want to teach you my secret sauce for how you can have ChatGPT help you write this ebook and assist you, but in a way that's actually customized to you and how you think and what you want to say. But really quickly, I want to invite you to my brand new, totally free on-demand masterclass. It's going to help you come up with your profitable digital product idea, learn how to grow a following of buyers, make your first sales with a successful launch, and of course, evergreen your digital product for consistent sales every day. Okay, so we talked a little bit about using ChatGPT to help you come up with ideas for the title of your ebook, but I want to go way more in depth now on the right ways to use ChatGPT for brainstorming, the draft, all that kind of stuff, because there is so much you can do with customizing and training your own custom GPT. And this is where ChatGPT has just completely blown my mind and become actually the only form of AI that I have actually found to be useful. So I haven't done this for an ebook yet, but you can totally apply this to your ebook. But I want to share with you how I actually wrote 4 newsletters last night in about 2 hours. So what I did was I actually logged into ChatGPT and I already had a custom GPT made. So if you don't have this, just click on GPTs, click the plus sign to create your own GPT, and then you can edit it, which is where you can upload, I think it's up to 10 or 20 files to train that GPT on. So I actually trained it on a Word document that's like my master messaging document that has details on who my ideal client is, what words we use, what words we don't use, like every single little detail about my brand and the messaging and who we talk to, what we say, all of that good stuff. So I went into that custom GPT and I clicked to use it. And instead of typing in, I clicked on the microphone and I talked into it for like 10 whole minutes. I basically just said like, hey, would you help me write an email that's 800 words or less? And I want it to be about blah, blah, blah. And I literally just talked for like 10 whole minutes. Then it took a couple seconds and it wrote it all out. And all I had to do was click enter. And then it made the email for me and it was spectacular. Okay. And I want you to try using the same framework for your ebook. So what you're going to do, again, create a ChatGPT account if you haven't already, create your own custom GPT, train it on your messaging, your wording, how you speak, who the ebook is for, like who are you talking to, things like that. Then what you want to do is click save and open it up to actually use it. You're going to hit that microphone and you're going to say, help write a draft for my ebook that's X amount of words or less, so you can come up with what you think would be good. You can try some different variables and then hit the microphone and speak everything out. Okay. And if you've already made bullet points in a Word document for what you want to talk about, I think that would be really good. What you could also do too is break this up into sections. So let's say you have 4 sections in your ebook. Maybe just speak about one section at a time to make sure that it's working the way that you want it to before you go ahead and have it create the entire book. And of course, remember that this is a draft, okay? So it's really important for you to go through, make it sound like you, tell correct stories, make sure that you fact check everything that it says, because honestly, more times than not, it is very wrong about facts. And remember, AI slop does not sell. In fact, if you just whip up an ebook using all ChatGPT, put it somewhere online, even if you make some sales, the chances of people being happy with buying that are probably slim to none. If you've ever bought something and it came back AI slop, I'm sure you were disappointed. So the key here is, again, to use ChatGPT as an assistant to create a draft, but go back through, really add your personality, really fact check it, add in some stories, and also make sure that what you're teaching is taught in a way that's as short and quick to implement as possible, because people are not paying for the number of words or the number of pages. They are paying to get the result that you're promising them inside of that ebook as quickly and easily as possible. Now, I know at the beginning of this video, I mentioned my $500,000 ebook. It was called Model Call. I sold it for $59. For the few years that it was for sale, I made over $500,000 in revenue. And then when I pivoted to teaching what I teach now, I was actually able to sell the IP of that ebook to another educator and make money from that as well. But I want to talk about why that ebook sold and why it made so much money, because it shocked me as well. And really looking back at it, the reason that it sold well is because it helped my ideal client, who at the time was photographers, and it helped them with their number one pain point, which was getting more bookings. And that's exactly what the ebook did. It took my exact strategy that we had laid out and used in my studio step by step. We put it into an ebook format and we sold it. And the reason it sold so well is because it actually worked. Okay, people would buy this, they'd put it into play, they would make hundreds of thousands of dollars from this. They would post in Facebook groups, they would tell their friends. The word of mouth marketing was insane. And I want you to know how powerful that is and how important it is that you put the time and effort into making an ebook that's actually going to get people the result that it's promising. Because if you can actually do that, that is the difference between selling a few copies and selling thousands and thousands of copies. And again, if you want my help coming up with your ebook or digital product idea that's actually going to sell, how to build a following of buyers who actually want to buy your digital product, how to launch and make your first sales, and of course, how to automate those sales for consistent passive income. Right ways and the wrong ways to use ChatGPT to write your ebook, and also what makes an ebook sell versus not sell. Let's talk about how to sell your ebook the smart way. So at this point in the video, you might be thinking, okay, great, I totally get it. I know how to make this ebook. I know how to make it get people wins, but where do I actually sell it, right? Most people think they need some kind of marketplace like Amazon or Etsy to sell their ebook, but I am here to tell you that that is a strategy you do not want to do. Between the listing fees, the percentage of the sale you have to give up, not to mention the ads you have to run to cut through the noise on those platforms, the profit margins become very slim. For me personally, I have been creating and selling my own digital products since 2014. This has been my full-time income since 2014. Personally, I would never sell on a marketplace and I don't recommend it. What I do recommend is you growing your own following. And right now, YouTube is crushing it. There are even big gurus that wish that they had started on YouTube sooner. Like, the opportunity right now is insane. Don't miss out on this. Start creating content every single week on YouTube. I have lots of videos on how to grow on YouTube on my channel. I also teach you exactly step by step. You absolutely can do this, but you have to get started. You have to decide this is going to be your day one and not one day. So if you've been worried to get started with your ebook because you're like, well, what if it doesn't sell? Or what if I don't pick the right niche? What if I don't pick the right topic? What if I don't make the ebook good enough? The truth to being successful with ebooks and digital products is literally getting started imperfectly. So getting it out there, making your first sale, and improving it along the way. My first iteration of my digital products are never the best iteration, but what my goal is to get it out there and get sales with it, and prove that it will sell as soon as possible. And once I do that, then I can improve upon the digital product. I can improve the design, the copy, whatever I want to make it better. But the key is to get that sale as soon as possible. Please do not fall victim. Do not be one of those people that comes up to me and says, I've been working on my digital product for weeks, months, years. That to me is the biggest red flag that they will never make money with their digital product. And I'm sorry for that harsh reality, but I have yet to see anyone who said that to me be successful with their digital products. So please stop thinking this way and start thinking, I need to make a sale to prove that this will sell as soon as possible. From there, I can make the product better. I can sell more. I can get more traffic. I can improve my sales and the product and keep getting better from there. And remember, if you want my help to come up with your profitable idea, create your product, launch and make your first sales, and automate it for consistent passive income, not to mention getting your hands on my tools, scripts, and templates, you know how to write your ebook the right way using ChatGPT, you might be wanting even more advice on how to actually sell it online as quickly as possible. But how do you do that? Well, it all starts with watching this next video here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to take everything to the next level. See you in the next video.